everyone, and welcome to another bite-sized burlesque lesson. I'm Miss Mina Murray, the headmistress of the Boston Academy of Burlesque Education. It is really hot here in Boston today, so I thought we would do something a little simple, kind of easy. We're going to do some hip lifts and drops. But first, before we get started, do you like my shiny new background? This is actually, believe it or not, a sequined tablecloth. Here in what was the library at the Manor, which has become my shooting studio, I recorded a new act, which you can see this Friday at live-ish from Deacon Giles. The Boston UTs are putting on a little show with some archival footage from back when we could perform at our favorite venue, the Deacon Giles Distillery in Salem, plus some new recently filmed acts, in my case, filmed Monday night, right here. I will remind you all about that as it gets closer to the date. But for now, today we are going to do hip lifts and drops. So I want you to stand with your weight on one foot and the other foot just up on the other leg, just up on the ball of your foot. And keep your knees on your standing leg nice and soft. You never want to lock your knees in any case. So to lift the hip, we are just going to contract your oblique, squeeze your glutes, lift your hip up, and let it back down. So up and down. Right. Nice frame. Nice and simple. So it's really important you're pulling from your muscle here, you're tightening up back here, and then you just relax everything. So to lift, you pull, 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 and then relax. All right, let's try it on the other side. And we're just going to, again, pull to lift, and lift, and lift. All right, pretty frame. Here's my hip doing great things. So lift, lift, lift. That's really all there is to it. So you're just tightening up the muscle on your side, and your legs are just going along for the ride. So a hip drop is the opposite of that, kinda. So what I'm going to do to make the drop is I'm actually going to lift my hip a little bit, and then I'm going to relax everything with an emphasis down. So drop. So I'm pushing my hip down from its slightly lifted position. So I'm going to lift the hip just a little bit, and to make it be a drop it down. So the importance is on the emphasis. So hip lift, hip drop. So try the drop on the other side. So pick the hip up just a little bit and drop it down. Drop, drop, drop. So you got to pick it up a bit so it has a place to go, and then definitely give it some oomph on the way down. So if I were going to alternate, I would lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop. Other side, pick it up, drop it down. So big scoop up, big drop down. From the front, hip up, drop down, lift up, drop down. So if I wanted to, I could lift, 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 drop, 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 lift, 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 drop, drop, drop. And we can always alternate. Lift, 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 drop, 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 drop. It's a fairly simple little move, but we can incorporate it into some other single-sided hip moves, which maybe is what we'll do at next week's Bite Size Burlesque. So again, we're going to lift, 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 drop, 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 other side, lift, 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 and drop, drop, drop. I really like this for, like, I don't know, say I've got a boa. I've got boas on the mind. I'm teaching I taught boa technique yesterday, and I'm teaching a boa routine tomorrow. So say I've got like my boa out, and I'm just gonna give it a few hip drops on the beat of the music. Right, it's a good way of marking time, showing where that beat is, right? Or I can lift, 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 or give it a drop, 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 drop. So there you are. Fairly simple little move today because it is such a hot and sticky day. Maybe next week we'll do some more single-sided hip work. But for now, just remember you can always see these videos on IGTV, on YouTube, on Vimeo. Go to studyburlesque.com to see my schedule of upcoming workshops. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, I will be running a boa routine. You just need a boa and a robe or dressing gown. It'll be a lot of fun. And also Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live-ish from Deacon Giles. Find the event on Facebook. It's by the Boston Beauties, and say you're going so you find out where we'll be showing it. I will see you again back here next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern for another bite-size burlesque lesson.